Kalodi, dito naman tayo ngayon sa panibagong araw, panibagong vlog, panibagong katatawanan at panibagong aral na naman ang inyong kapupulutan sa video na ito. At kung bago lang kayo sa ating channel, please click the subscribe button, and especially after that button, please click the notification bell para updated kayo sa ating mga videos. Ayan, so I am thinking about content kung anong pwede natin gawin ngayong pandemic. But because of pandemic, limited lang po yung ating mga nagagawa. So, magta-travel sana tayo kaso bawal. Kasi COVID, maraming virus sa paligid natin. But today, I will be going to have the question and answer. Yay! So we will be having the question and answer, and I will be entertaining questions coming from the netizens, yung mga kalodi natin dyan, coming from all over the world. So, simulan na natin guys! Let's go! So, dito tayo ngayon sa office, because napakaraming istorbo pagsabayan natin gagawin yung vlog natin. And today, sabi ko kanina lang that we will be going to entertain questions coming from our Kalodi netizens from different countries all over the world. So, let's go, and we will start this in 3, 2, 1. Let's have the first question. The question is coming from our Kalodi netizen from the Philippines. So, she asked, despite the limited mobility because of the pandemic, how did you carry out the different task or activity? Thank you very much for that wonderful question, ma'am. And for the information of everyone, I am still a student taking a Bachelor of Physical Education, and soon to be a physical educator. We will be teaching the physical education as professor in college, and you can also be handling MAPE subject or PE subject alone in the DepEd or the Department of Education in elementary school or the secondary school. So, despite the limited mobility, as far as I can learn something, I am really interested in it. And no other things could hinder us to learn new knowledge, new skills, and experience new things. And all of that is an aspect for us to really grow. So nothing could really hinder us to learn something, to learn new knowledge. And despite limited mobility, I really had the time in doing such activities to help us to really know myself and to have it effort with myself, and it really helped me grow a lot. And despite the pandemic, I learned a lot of things, not just because of the subject, but learning the essence of appreciating things that would really help on the effects on our health and on how to be really equipped with learnings and in this subject. So the subject that really helped me to really appreciate health education is the coordinated school health program, which is really helpful for us soon to be physical educator that would not just focus on PE but the totality or the well-being. Despite this pandemic situation, it is really hard for us to really learn something new skills, new knowledge. But if you don't work on it, you really don't have the new knowledge or new skills. Because if you stop in schooling because of the situation of pandemic, so there will be nothing at all. So tambay-tambay lang, di ba? So how about having it? Because this is the new normal, the better normal, I mean. So if we don't work on our education, then maybe if we are going to wait how long this pandemic takes place in our life. So it is really hard, and for us to have our education still learning in this kind of situation, we must strive more, even in online class. And one thing I learned from online class and having doing or complying the task that our teachers gave us. So it really boosts my confidence to expose me more on the technology, and that is one essence on the 21st century student to really explore things online and to really have those skills, the talents, the knowledge on how to manipulate, and of course having the time management and the patience on how you need to do things and to comply for you to have a great or better result at the same time at the end. So as an advice, we really need to do things despite of this pandemic, and even pandemic could not hinder us to learn new things. Thank you. So our second question is from the Kalodi netizen from America. Yes, she's from America. And her question is, what knowledge you have learned? So in the subject of the coordinated school health program, I really learned a lot of things, such as the essence of or the importance of health, especially nowadays, because it is really timely that the subject we took in this semester is really helpful for us to really apply the knowledge from every reporters which is assigned by our professor to the class, or the different reporters which tackled about different topics on how to appreciate more the essence of life through good health and through good physique, and having that aspect of the physical aspect, such as the mental, the social, the spiritual, the physical, the ano pa ba? And also the environmental. So those aspects for us, if we're going to possess all of that, we can be able to really live a better life. And of course, not just having that good physical appearance does not means that you are healthy. You are healthy when you live healthy. So I have learned a lot of things, such as appreciating the health, which is health is really well. So ang kalusugan ay kayamanan, at pakakatandaan talaga natin yan, mga kalodi, because if we have lots of money but we have lots of diseases, we have lots of problems, it doesn't healthy at all. So we must have to apply all the learnings, all the knowledge that we had, and to apply it for our better life. So I would like just to give emphasis of what I have learned, and one thing I really appreciate about this subject of coordinated school health program is soon to be a physical educator, soon to be a teacher. One thing I must possess is to be really healthy in all aspects. So that would be great things also for us to really possess, to be healthy in all aspects. Thank you. So we are on the third question, mga kalodi. So the third question is coming from Kalodi netizen from Saudi Arabia, and her question is, what skills you have gained? So in this time of pandemic and on the online class, I really have gained lots of skills, not just in having the skills of manipulating computers because of the demand of the online class, but having the skills of multitasking, because you are learning individual, you are having an effort in your own phase, in your own risk. So whatever you do always uh, is always for you also. So kung sino, walang mag-gain ng iba niyan kundi ang sarili mo lang. So the skills is really important at this time, even though pandemic. So soon to be physical educator, the things that I have gained from the subject of coordinated school health program is that having the skills of multitasking. So soon to be physical educator, I'm not just gonna focus on the physical education, but having the multitask of putting myself to other situations, such as being not just a PE instructor, but also a nurse, a parent, a community server, and a lot of things that I can be able to do outside or inside the school. And that is a skills that we really need to possess. And soon to be teacher, I'm not just gonna emphasize the PE teacher, but soon to be teacher, I must possess things that I don't have just the specialty in PE, but having the specialization in all aspects, especially also in health and promoting health in school, which is really important. So health and PE is somewhat connected. So soon to be a physical educator, as I will be going to teach skills also to other students, I must also consider lots of things with health or healthy procedures on how they are going to possess or to have new skills. So for me, my skills that I learned from this subject is the multitasking. And aside from that, I learned as a online student, I learned how to communicate well, having the skills of writing, lots of writing, having the skills of editing my requirements, and that is an important thing also, because soon to be physical education, I don't know how this pandemic takes place in this kind of situation. So baka mag-graduate na lang tayo or kami, ganito pa rin ang situation. So at least I know how to manipulate computers, and as one of soon to be the 21st century or the generation Z, or on the coming generation, at least I really know how to manipulate things using the technology, and that is an important aspect as having that skills in this kind of education in this time of pandemic. And even mawala man yung pandemic later on, at least I was equipped with skills, not just in this subject but in all subject in this semester, but also having that skills in making or using that skills also in providing informations and to educate also people around you, or especially in this demand of technology in the online platform, lots of informations that you can be able to use your skills in the online platforms. So let's have our fourth question coming from Thailand, and his question is, what attitude you have developed? So this kind of pandemic really limits the things that we can be able to do, and the COVID-19 really limits our life at all. So it is sad that we cannot be able to do lots of things, and it really hinders us, but happy somewhat because we still be able to do such things that we didn't expect to do, especially in terms of education. Having the online class is not that really easy, but because of of this kind of situation, still education is there to really taught us a lot of things, even this kind of pandemic situation. And the attitude that really developed, that I really developed in this kind of situation is the attitude of being determined, the attitude of being responsible, the attitude of being patient, and the attitude of being multitasker. So those things are just a little of those attitudes that I really developed, and the face-to-face and the online classes really had a big difference in terms of education. But still, as I said a while ago, we cannot be able to do things, or we cannot be able to learn new things, or we cannot be able to have or explore things even in online if we don't have the determination to do it, or if we are not be able to be responsible of ourselves as this kind of people in this kind of situation. So we must have to really put in our mind that the attitude that we must have to possess is being kind always in people, wherever we are, even in online or even in the face-to-face. And I would like just to emphasize those attitude that I really developed is the determination, being responsible, being patient, and the multitasker, and also kind. So thank you. So ayan, nandito na tayo sa ating last question from Kaloding netizen natin, from Philippines again. Her question is, what have you realized about yourself? So in this kind of situation, especially in this pandemic situation brought by the COVID-19 virus, not just in our place but all over the world, it really impacts a lot and really limit a lot of things for us to really explore things and to grow more because of this situation. But despite of this pandemic situation, I still managed to do things that I was not able to do before, such as making lots of things that help me grow more even in this kind of situation. So one thing I realized also is that life is really important. So before the pandemic, we could not deny the fact that we really don't much appreciate our health. But today, in this kind of situation, I realize also that family is love. Family is really one of the definition of love, and also praying to God, which is a really big weapon of us wherever we go. Even in this kind of situation, we must always pray not just for ourselves also, but pray for all the people in this world, because we are living in one sky, in one world, and we are praising one God. So one thing I have realized is that, and this subject put emphasis also, is that having the good health is really a big weapon for us to explore lots of things. And health is wealth, which is no other things is important nowadays. So we must have to take care of ourselves, and we must have to do things with kindness and to be responsible at all times. And soon to be a physical educator, this subject also makes me realize that I'm not that much particular or well equipped, but I am doing the best in me to really possess all of those aspects, because as a physical education teacher soon, it does not only talking about physical education, but a lot of things to consider. PE is a wide subject, and PE also includes the health education. So this makes me realize that I must have to to learn lots of things for me to really be a good or a better teacher soon in or wherever school I will be teaching, or whatever students, diverse students I will be handling soon. So also, I would like just to emphasize in the end of this video, mga kalodi, that life is really important. Life is only once, and we really need to be responsible at all times. We really need to take care of ourselves, love our family, pray to God, and be responsible at all times. And this ends my video sa ngayon, mga kalodi ko. And I hope you learned a lot of things from this video. So, kita-kits tayo ulit sa panibagong video. Maybe, tawa-tawa naman tayo sa susunod nating video kasi parang seryoso natin yung pinag-uusapan ngayon. So, sa susunod, baka pwede tayong mag-travel vlog. So, isasama ko kayo, mga kalodi. So, stay tuned, and once again, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell for you to be updated sa aking mga videos, mga kalodi. So, this ends my vlog. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, mga kalodi.